The truth is brutal, and it cuts sharper than any blade. They never wanted to destroy you outright. That would have been too obvious, too quick, too easy to spot. What they really wanted was far colder, to strip you down piece by piece in public until your confidence collapsed under the weight of shame. They wanted you to bleed in silence while they smiled in your face. And let's not sugarcoat it. You lived through what most people wouldn't survive. Because what you faced wasn't random drama, and it wasn't just a bad chapter of life. It was organized. It was staged. It was a humiliation ritual meant to break your spirit while the crowd was watching. This is the kind of thing used in toxic power structures, manipulation rings, and even cult-like groups, where public disgrace is the oldest weapon in their arsenal. Why? Because humiliation doesn't just hurt in the moment. It's designed to stain you, to brand you, to make you carry the weight of a lie that wasn't yours to begin with. And whether you realized it or not, you weren't invited to that ritual. You were made into the offering. Think back. Remember how they disguised it. They called it concern. They painted it as discipline. They framed it as you needing to learn a lesson. But in reality, it was nothing less than a psychological execution dressed in a smile. They didn't want to just silence you. They wanted you to doubt your own reflection. They wanted you to apologize for being wounded after they stabbed you. And here's the truth that unsettles them most. You didn't give them the breakdown they prayed for. You didn't lose your mind. You didn't beg for their approval, and you didn't even expose them outright. Instead, you discerned. And that's what saved your life. Because discernment is lethal to manipulators. It's the quiet voice that tells you when something is off, the gut pull that makes you step aside before the trap closes. While they thought you were paralyzed, you were analyzing. While they rehearsed their little play, you were reading their lines before they spoke them. That's why you're still standing now, while they hide in corners, hoping you won't connect the dots for others. Chosen ones, if you've ever felt this in your bones, stop right here and press the like button, subscribe, and keep this voice alive. This is bigger than a video. It's a movement. Every click, every share is a violence after what you survived isn't empty. It's charged. It's like standing in the aftermath of a storm, where the air feels different, the sky feels clearer, and the ground still carries the memory of chaos. That's where you are right now. The people who tried to erase you are unsettled by that silence, because it means their plan failed. They see you walking in your own lane, not broken but sharper, and it terrifies them because now every move you make is a reminder of the battle they lost. If life were a series, that ritual would have been the season finale. All eyes were on you, waiting for you to collapse, waiting for the credits to roll on your story. But here's the twist. You renewed the show, and this time, the snakes aren't in the cast. You came back with a new script, one they can't read, one they can't twist. And that's why they're nervous. Because humiliation rituals are supposed to end with silence and defeat. But instead, yours ended with survival, awareness, and power. Look back at history and you'll see it repeated. The universe always exposes those who scheme in the shadows. Every society that used shame as control eventually collapsed under its own lies. Every manipulator who thought they could erase someone ended up erased themselves by truth, by exposure, or by the weight of their own guilt. You're standing in that same pattern right now. Their effort to bury you has already become the evidence that lifts you. And this isn't just about survival, it's about revelation. You now know the system. You've seen behind the curtain. You understand why they needed you weak, why your clarity was a threat, and why your silence wasn't submission. It was strategy. They underestimated your patience, your ability to endure without folding. They thought dragging you through fire would turn you into ashes. Instead, you became proof that the flames couldn't claim you. The story they tried to write for you is over. You hold the pen now, and the universe has a way of making sure that no humiliation ritual, no matter how loud or cruel, ever has the final word. The final word belongs to you, your discernment, your resilience, your quiet strength that stood tall when the crowd was waiting for you to bow. That's the truth they can't erase. And listen closely, chosen one, because this isn't just another story you stumbled across online. This is your survival guide, carved out of pain you already know too well. You walked through a humiliation ritual designed to strip you bare, yet here you are, still breathing, still sharper than they ever expected.